Colorado Democratic Congressman Jared Polis, who was the first freshman congressman elected to the House of Representatives as an openly gay man. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, Congressman.
It's a pleasure to be on.
Congressman, we're in a continuing dialogue on this show about the president's position with his supporters in the 2008 election. And last week, there erupted a rift with the gay community as personified by the comments of Dan Choi at the Netroots Nation convention. We had Dan on the show, but I want you to listen now to what Lieutenant Dan Choi had to say on this program on Friday.
If this president wants to get the volunteers that he had in 2008, I would ask him to go to the universities and ask the kids, the new first-time voters, 18 to 23, 24 years old, ask them what they think about marriage and the rights of gay people to live equally. And I think if he did come out and say, yes, I believe gay people are equal, you would have a lot of volunteers. I would be out there. But as of right now, no, I don't think that I should endorse a president that does not endorse my full personhood.
Congressman, as someone who's going to be running for re-election on a ticket with President Obama at the top of that ticket, how would you respond to Lieutenant Dan Choi?
Well, you know, Dan's a friend, and he's certainly played a constructive role in bringing attention to ending Don't Ask, Don't Tell. But, you know, President Obama has been the best president we've had on equality issues. And like so many Americans, like many of our own uncles and aunts and grandparents, he's going through a journey on this issue. It's a difficult issue for people to wrestle with. It involves issues of faith, issues of tradition. And I'm confident he'll wind up in the right place, just like I'm confident America will wind up in the right place. But it's a process to get there, and we need to honor that.
Do you think he'll wind up in the right place in his second term after he's passed the re-election bar?
Well, you know, again, this is he made a courageous decision not to appeal the decision on DOMA, on the Defense of Marriage Act. So, I mean, he's basically the statement that the federal government it simply shouldn't be defending a law that's blatantly unconstitutional. I mean, that was very few precedents in that decision and its instructions to the Attorney General. And that took a lot of courage for him to do that. It took a lot of courage for him to get out front and ending Don't Ask, Don't Tell, for him to sign a hate crimes law fully inclusive of our community. So he's doing everything he can. Now, he has a Congress that we can't get any equality bills out of right now. We need to turn that around. But he's willing to work with us, and I think he's going to do whatever he can on the executive side. And I think just like many Americans will get there on marriage equality, so will President Obama. And you know what? Taking a little bit of time with it only increases his moral authority with the American people to help change minds on this issue.
I want you to listen to what David Axelrod said on this program last night, defending the president on these points.
We've made historic progress on this issue, Lawrence, and it may not be progress to the satisfaction of everyone, but we've certainly made progress moving in the right direction. I think history's moving in a direction here.
Historic progress, but it may not be progress to the satisfaction of everyone. There seems to be a real dissatisfaction out there. The patience that you are willing to demonstrate on this doesn't seem to be shared in some of the groups that energetically supported the president, volunteered, got out there, had the campaign signs and you know, pushed out the vote. Do you think that enthusiasm among volunteers because they're being asked to demonstrate what for them is too much patience? Do you think a possible lack of enthusiasm going to the president's re-election campaign is going to be a problem for him?
Well, you know, the president's going to have an opponent, and the opponent's going to have positions on gay rights issues. He likely will have an opponent that supports enshrining in the Constitution discrimination, saying that our marriages can't be recognized even in the states that have them. He will likely have an opponent that wants to turn back the clock on any Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So these are issues that we continue to move forward on with his courageous decision not to defend DOMA, in contrast to inserting discrimination into our Constitution, as the majority of the Republican field in the last debate said that they actually supported. So there are strong contrasts here. Does it mean that we should just be patient at any pace? No, of course we should speak out. Of course we should say we need to move forward in the march to equality. And as Dan Choi said, the young people will drive that. 21-year-olds, 23-year-olds, for whom, regardless of their party affiliation, R, U, or D, they're very pro-equality. They get gay and lesbian friends and gay and lesbian family members. We will win this battle. We shouldn't take it for granted. We should continue to push. But President Obama is the best president we've had on equality issues, and I'm confident he'll be even better in his second term.
Congressman Polis, thank you very much for joining me tonight.
A pleasure.